Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Sean, and today I'm going to take you through a live gym build using our AI assistant. Okay, so first off, we're in our dashboard here of my favorite AI assistant building platform, which is CloseBot. So what you'll see is we have a dashboard, which is pretty much telling you how much credit you have, how many responses you have, how many follow-ups, how many people's responded, and the most important thing, how many appointments are being booked. But that's something we'll look at in another video. Today, what we're really going to do is we're going to do a live build and test the the accuracy of our AI assistant. Okay, so what our main goal here is to have a nice greeting from the AI assistant and then moving it along the process, asking it some qualifying questions. And then at the end of the process, we're looking at the book an appointment. Okay. So what we're going to do is we'll go in and we'll have a look at I'll take one of the builds that I've made before and we'll duplicate it and we'll erase everything and then we'll build it from scratch and then we'll tie it in with our go high level and then from there we'll actually test the bot today as well. So looking forward to seeing how it goes. Okay, so we're just duplicating this. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll call this live. Well, we'll call this demo, okay, because it is a demo. So rather than it being live, we'll get rid of all that and we'll just call it demo gym build. And we will have it. We will keep it off lead. That's what I like to label it as. If it's a bot designed for lead ads, then we'll keep it at lead ads. And then if it's designed for something like database reactivations, we'll also keep it at. We'll also label it database reactivations as well. So I'm happy with that gym build. Then we'll call it. Yeah, I like Abby, so we'll keep it at Abby. Um, but the most important thing to remember is to not call it someone who's actually in the gym. You want to keep it separate from the staff that work in the gym. So you want to give it a name of somebody who doesn't work in the gym. Okay. And then as we go down here, so we'll look at response delay. So it's a 10 seconds. Basically, what that means is if we want to give it that real life feel, we want the response to be like to mimic a real person. So if it's at zero, as soon as the lead responds, then it'll send a response straight away. Whereas what we do is the sweet spot. Where the sweet spot is for us is between 10 and 20 seconds. But for demo purposes, we keep it at zero. So we'll keep that at zero. Frequency AI tables. So again, to give it that real feel, sometimes the AI will make a table and correct itself. And in my experience, it hasn't really made any difference. So we'll keep that at zero. Frequency to break up larger messages is just if it's a huge paragraph and harder to read. What it'll do if we have like a 50 break in there, then it'll break that up into a nice chunk. And then over here at general settings, we have a multi objection handling. So I'll explain that a wee bit later when we're in our objectives. That basically means if we have a couple of different objectives stacked together, then it will try and handle those objectives together. And we'll keep it off for now, and we'll also keep conversational rescheduling off for now as well. And the models that we'll use is OpenAI or Anthropics, okay? And I'll explain a wee bit more. We can integrate keys and stuff, but I'll explain a wee bit more as we go along, okay? So we get into our integration, okay? So lead connector is basically us integrating it with our go high level, okay? So that's where we have our custom values and our custom fields and all of the business info that we need, okay? So you can search for any of the sub accounts that you have on file, or you can add a new one, which will bring you to a new place. Okay, so these are all the ones that we could potentially be doing, but in this case, we don't need to do that. We've got our snapshot loaded already. Okay, so I'll just search for it, and it is Lead Empire. And in here you can, like I talked about before, we'll not do it today, but you can bring in API keys from OpenAI and Anthropic. It basically means if you're using the credits on CloseBot, it's going to be 3 cents across the board. With the API keys, it varies between like 1 cent to 3 cents. So it's somewhere in between there. But for today's purposes, we're just going to keep it nice and simple and use the credits. So the next thing is, this is the stop scenarios. So we'll go through them. So contact becoming aggressive. So this is basically any time that a lead is becoming colorful with their language, is becoming aggressive, doesn't like what's happening with the conversation. The AI will detect that, and as you see, it will tag AI off, which means the lead won't receive any more responses from the AI. Contact saying goodbye. So it's, if a response keeps coming, the AI will continuously respond. But if it detects like something, goodbye, talk to me later, can you text me later, anything like that there, then the AI will, of course, will stop responding. Game of spammer and phishing, it'll detect the spam and turn the AI off. And if it's likely another bot, it will do the same and turn the AI off. And then contact reached the end of objectives, and it will also turn it off. So basically what that means, and we'll talk about that in the objectives, is once it's went along and it's booked the appointment, that is the end of the objective. So it will turn it off. Now, if it didn't turn it off and you continued to text, and the lead continued to text, it would keep getting responses. So we want to always have that on, just to make sure that it's turned off. Okay. So let's get stuck in. So bad voices. So this depends on the industry. For the gym industry and the one that we're building today, I found a nice, concise, and excited tone. It means that the employee is excited and they're building up the fact that, they're coming in for a consultation. They're going to get great results. What have they tried before? So they're really enthusiastic and excited about that. In other industries like law and things like that, there it would be more of a professional tone. So we'd like to keep it nice and concise and excited. So I'd, we're going to probably just keep this the exact same. So why the conversation is happening? So why is this lead? Why is this AI responding to the lead? Okay, so at lead name, saw an ad on Facebook or Instagram and opted in. They're interested in learning about our. We're going to change this to. We're going to make some changes. So we'll say our 90-day program. And we're not going to go into custom values today. We're just going to keep it nice and simple. So they're interested in learning about our 90-day program we have going on at the minute. You're going to provide the best customer support possible and answer any of their questions. Okay, so a lot of people make the mistake thinking that you need to use all of the characters. As you can see, we've just used 237 characters here, and we've given it a really good base to go off. Okay, so we don't need to add anything else to that. Again, we're not going to work with custom values today, so I'm going to keep it nice and simple. So we're currently, I'll keep the that info, like the name and the address and stuff, in just for convenience. But what we're going to do is we're going to give it a bit of business info. Okay, so we are currently running a 90-day offer where, and you just basically give them the information at lead underscore name. So at lead underscore name is the name pulled from the lead. Okay, so that will give their first name. Where at lead name gets 36 SGPT sessions and 18 sweat classes, which is a pretty typical one. They also will get customize nutrition, and one-to-one accountability coach. Nice. So we'll keep all this information the same. It is live, so we do know that exists, and how to respond. Again, look, we didn't use all the characters. We pretty much have 1,000 characters left. Don't need to over prompt. A lot of people make that mistake and over prompt. And what it really does is confuse it. So we want it to be simple. What our objective is to get a bit of information about where the customer or where the lead has been struggling, and move them along, find out what they've done before, what the goals are, and then get them booked into an appointment. So really simple. And how to respond. So if at lead name asks you a personal question, come up with a friendly and sincere response. Do not tell that lead name that you're a bot. Okay, so that's important. This should be fun and lighthearted conversation. Use humor where possible. The Gym 101's pricing depends on that lead name's goals and current fitness. Do not use at lead name's name in your responses unless you must. So if it's John, it just means how you doing, John? What's your goal, John? What have you been struggling with, John? So it doesn't sound body, okay, which is the main thing. And the important thing is the save, okay? And then we're good to move on. So we're good to move on with our objectives, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to change the current situation. So I want to add one, okay? So we will use this same format and we will go through it. So what I want to do here is I want to give info and we're going to create, okay? So GRET. And what we're going to do here is greet at lead underscore name. Say, so this is just giving it a bit of extra prompting so the AI can just like see what exactly we want it to do, and fulfill that objective. Say hey and let here to help. Okay, so let's do that one. What we're going to do here is we're going to move these over. Okay. So we're going to move these over. Yeah, that's perfect there. Okay. So a lot of people, you can stack these, which is what we talked about earlier with the multi-objection, the multi-objective. Okay, so what that will do is, as it's going through, so basically, someone clicks submit, the AI response starts with a greeting, then we move on through the priorities, okay? And then the objective, the final objective here is to get a consultation booked. So we want to greet them, find out what the current situation is, find out what their current situation is this a right now thing? And then we go into their goals. So we'll grab their name here as well. What's their situation with investments? Give them a bit of information about the program and then book a call. So how that's going to look, okay? So we'll go in and the setting is give info. We'll label it greet. So we're just saying greet at lead name. So hey John, we're here to help. So it's just a matter of a nice greeting, okay? And then what we're doing is we're straight away we want to find out what their current situation is. Why are they stuck? What problem do they have? that we can solve, or that the gym can solve. So the current situation is determine what athlete name's current situation is, and then the extra prompting is we want to dig in to athlete name's situation and what they need help with. Okay, so it's pretty simple. We're basically just trying to figure out where they are right now. I mean, we'll get to what they've tried before and what their goals are, but right now, today, how are they feeling? Okay, so that is really important thing to understand for gyms is what's the current situation and what is the problem right now. Okay, so the setting here is we're gathering the info, we're not giving max attempts, we're just looking to have one attempt at this. Okay, then after that we move into is this a right now, is this a right now thing. So want to determine how much of a priority is achieving their goals right now to that lead name. Okay, so we want to have this as a 1 to 10. Okay, so one not a priority at all, which is unlikely. If they've submitted their details, it's always between a 5 and a 10. So a 10 is it's a major priority, and it needs to be a right now thing. Okay. Then we gather their name. Okay, so just determine that lead name, first name. Okay, so response should include their first name. Easy. Okay. Then we're getting into the goals. Okay, so we want to determine what athlete name's top three goals over the next 90 days are. Okay, so a lot of people come in and they say, right, I want to lose 40 pounds. I want to lose 2 stone if you're in the UK. I want to, they don't put a time on it. So what we've done here is we've put an actual timeline on it. So where do you want to be in the next 90 days? We want them to describe how they're going to physically and mentally feel with themselves and where to see themselves in 3 months' time. So that gives us an indication about that they see themselves in the program already. So then when we build that lead profile, and the gym owner has that in the consultation, they have much more than just a name, email address, and phone number. So it's just a really good piece of info to have. Okay. Next one is we want to determine what they're where they are financially. Okay. Now a big mistake, and it's one that I don't like to see, is are you happy to invest, or can you invest X amount? But I don't really like that line of questioning. What I like instead is determine how much they've have spent to try and achieve their goals. Okay, so the extra prompt in here is we want to dig in and see what they've tried before, or sorry, what they've tried anything over the past year to solve their problem, i.e., personal training, gym memberships, diets, supplements, anything. If they say anything like, you know, if they say nothing, then you typically will have to go a different route with the questioning. But if they're saying, yeah, like I've tried loads of PTs, I've tried loads of different gyms, then we know we've got like someone that's been actively trying to solve the problem. And what our goal here is to try and figure out why they haven't been able to solve it up to now. So a really powerful one there. The next one is we want to give athlete name some information about the 90-day program, or 90-day program. Okay. I'm not going to use the custom value because, like it says, this would be a really long video just to go through that all. So we'll say use important business info, which has details about our 90-day offer. Perfect. Before trying to book a call. So use important business info, which has details about our 90-day offer before trying to book a call. Perfect. And then last but not least is book a 30-minute 3 1-to-1 nutrition consultation with athlete name. So again, we'll label it a 1-to-1 nutrition consult just so we know where we're at. In this consult, our fitness experts will provide you a 1-to-1 nutrition consultation to athlete name and also guide them about our, again, 90-day offer. Because there is no custom value that I've added in, so the AI will try and find that and it's not there. So we'll just keep it nice and simple. I need to program the best suit their goals. Perfect. I think we're set. So what we'll do is we'll save this and then we'll copy this over. Okay, I'm going to go into, so what I've done here is I have set up a few things like just for speed. Okay, so I'll go into the workflow. So what we're going to look for is we're going to set up a live chat to test this all. Okay, so what we've done here is we have created a live chat that we're going to test right now. So the process message will be customer replied, and then it goes into our webhook. So the webhook is where the AI has the conversation with the lead. Okay, so it has to come off a customer response. Okay, so what we'll do is we will set this up now. So customer replied. So the workflow, the trigger name is going to be customer replied live chat. And the reply channel is going to be live chat. And then this is the one that we've given. So we've named it Gym Live Chat. Okay. Now what we'll do here is we'll go into the webhook. It's going to be a post to URL. Copied that in earlier. And the bot number, which is important, is going to be this number right here. So we'll just copy and paste this over. Copy and paste this over. And we're just going to save that. We're going to publish this and then we're going to save. Okay. Now we're going to test this. Now another thing that I will show you that we'll not cover in this video is, let's move myself over here, is we can go into settings, scroll the whole way down and go to custom fields. And then we could have, so if you look at current situation, is this a right now thing? Goals, invest, and the booking won't matter. But definitely the current situation, is this a right now thing? Goals and invest. We would have these custom fields mapped, so we would be able to add the fields in here. And then what would happen is if we went into our contacts, it will map all of that information that it gathered. And then what it would do is it will send a message to the gym owner or the business owner, and it will give them a much larger scope than just a name, address, and phone number. It will actually give them relevant information that they can use going into the consultation. Okay. But let's get a look and see how this all goes down. I'm excited to see. So pull myself over. So this is a gym that we've just been working with. So we just took a copy of their hero section of their website, and we're just going to test this. So we'll refresh. We'll refresh, and then we'll go. I'm excited. So we'll start off the chat. Okay. So typical response, give us a minute and we'll assign you the best person to help you out. Okay, so hey there, it's following the perfect process. So it's the greeting. Excited to help you learn more about the program at Gym 101. What would you like to know? I saw an ad about the 90-day program and wanted to find out more. So it takes a couple of seconds for these responses to generate. So it's really, really powerful because it's different than your typical chatbots, which is going to be very, very generic. This is designed to give a real life, like we say, and excited. We want the AI assistant to be excited about talking to the lead. Okay, so fantastic. Our 90-day program includes 36 SGBT sessions, 18 sweat sessions, and a customized nutrition and a one-to-one accountability coach. Okay, so it's given us a lot of information about the program already. So already I'm excited about that. What's your current fitness goals or areas you're looking to improve on? I'm going to say I'm looking to drop between, say, 15 and 30 pounds and feel great again. So let's see what it comes back with. Because, and I made a table, but because we only put two, it may ask us for a third goal, which is really good. It means that it's getting three goals. So again, it's building that lead profile, but we'll see. So it moved on. So that's a great goal. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much of a priority is achieving the weight loss and feeling great again to you right now? So it's pretty much taken what I've said and just a couple of seconds ago, and it's like it's moving it towards, but it's acknowledging what I just said, which is really good. It's making me feel understood right now. So I would say I'm going to say an 8. Okay, and whenever I first found out like the power of this, it's amazing. Because from a standpoint that like roughly 60% of leads are getting lost. Like this AI could be taking care of your leads within the first 1 to 2 minutes of them submitting their details and they're having conversations amazing like this here. You couldn't get it anywhere. So it says that's a solid commitment. It says the weight loss. How else would you like to feel, or what else would you like to achieve over the next 90 days? Now, remember, I only put two in on purpose because I wanted to see if it would pick up on that third goal. So I'm going to say I'm planning to go on a holiday. So that is important to me to feel great. Okay, let's see. I mean, already if this was me, I would be bought in because it's different than what is your name, what is your email address, what is your phone number. We will get someone to call you back. It's actually having a nice, natural back and forward conversation. Amazing. So that sounds like fantastic motivation. What specific physical or mental changes are you hoping to see by the time the holiday comes around? So I'm going to say I want to be confident on the beach and feel happy. So again, we'll wait and see what it comes back with. It's going to be a nice response. Again, when I started playing about with stuff, I couldn't believe the capability of it. It's so powerful. And it's only getting better as time goes on. So that's a wonderful goal. Feeling confident and happy on the beach sounds like a perfect plan. It is. May I have your first name so I can address you more personally as we continue? Yes, of course. I'm Sean. Again, I'm feeling empowered right now because even though I don't know it's AI, well, I do know it's AI, but the person won't know that this is AI until it might go off course a wee bit, but for the most part, it stays on course and it moves the conversation naturally to book an appointment. So thanks, Sean. Have you tried any specific programs or methods in the past year to help you achieve this kind of confidence and happiness? So basically, what objective we're at now is the investment rate. So I'm going to throw it a curveball. I'm going to say I've spent roughly £500, and I didn't see any results. Roughly 500, 500, and didn't see any results. I was upset. So that's gauging if that's price qualifying, like without saying like what we talked about before. How much can you invest? We're asking, well, how much have you spent in the last year to achieve those goals? So let's see what it says back. I'm sorry to hear that, Sean. It can be really frustrating not to see the results you're hoping for. And for such an investment, our 90-day program is designed to provide visible results with a combination of personalized training, nutrition, and accountability coaching. Would you like to learn more about how we can support your goals specifically? Yes, please. And again, you've seen the prompting that I done earlier. It wasn't much, but with this, like I say, the simpler the prompting, the better and more effective that these conversations are going to be. So let's see. Great to get started. Could you let me know what times generally work best? We have a 30-minute free one-to-one nutrition consultation. We can discuss all of the details of the program and address any concerns that you may have then. Now, this won't book because we didn't connect the calendar, but at this stage, it would scan our calendar, okay, and then book the call. So just so you're aware of this, I'm free most evenings this week. If it doesn't book the calendar, sorry, if it doesn't book the appointment, it's because we don't have the calendar connected. So, but if it was connected, it would pull a couple of different slots in the evening, and let it would give us it would give us a choice between two or three of them to make a decision. So this is what I mean. Like if it had been connected, it would have given us the options. But because it's not, it's I'll check out our current schedule and get back to you with our available slots for the week. In the meantime, if you have any questions or specific concerns about the program or nutrition consultation, feel free to ask. I'm here to help. Okay, so that's the end. Okay, I'll just say thank you. I will do. Okay, so let's go back to close back. Okay, and we'll go into our dashboard. So in our dashboard, it's going to typically bring us through and show all the objectives that we've hit here. Okay, so this is the conversation that we've had. Okay, so hi, we're going through it. Fantastic. Our 90 days includes 36 SVGPT sessions. So we're getting the current situation. Is this a right now thing? 8 out of 10 we pick. Goals. So it's asking us what we want to achieve in the next 90 days. Okay, then it's bringing us through to our name. Yes, of course, it's Sean. What programs have you tried in the past year to achieve your goals? Well, obviously, my goals was confidence and happiness. So invest there. And then this is the give info. So it's giving us a bit more information about the program. I'm sorry to hear that. It can be really frustrating and for us, our 90-day program, etc., etc. And then it's asking us, do we want to learn more about the program? We said yes. It attempted to book our one-to-one nutrition consultation, but because our calendar wasn't connected up, it wouldn't allow us to do that. But if our calendar was connected up, it would have booked us in, and then it would have alerted the gym owner that Abby has booked a consultation at 8:30 on Wednesday evening. And then gym owner would have been happy. He would have seen that there was a booking made by AI, and then it's up to him to close it. And that's it. It's perfect. It's going to be revolutionary this year and next year and every year after that. And as this stuff begins to get smarter and smarter and smarter, we're going to be booking more and more consultations. So I hope you found this insightful. And if you have any questions, let me know.